Hey, how's everyone doing? It's Indy here with Emptoraudio. Well, today we are taking a look at some of the best products that I have reviewed all year. Now, of course, I can't review and listen to every single new unit that hits the market, but this is just kind of the stuff that I was able to review myself this year and really thought that it really just, shined from a lot of other models that I have tested. So the first one that I'm taking a look at today is the Fozzy Audio V3 amplifier. Of course, there is a ton of amplifiers to choose from this price category. They're right around, $100 mark and that sub $100 mark, really. And there is a ton of options to pick from. I mean, you can look at, just go on Amazon, type in amplifier, and you're going to find literally hundreds, thousands of results amplifiers to choose from. But the new V3, they really designed this amplifier, for audiophiles. They really took a lot of feedback from the community, and they just made a simple amplifier that just sounds great. And they of course, made it a really affordable price. You can get this thing for usually around sometimes $70-ish when it goes on sale. Right now we're at $90 with a 5% off coupon. And it's pretty awesome, honestly, just how good the amplifier sounds. It's got a really nice overall full sounding amplifier. It doesn't really lack in the bass or the highs at all. It's got just a great full sounding amplifier, and it's still one of the amplifiers that I still use to this day on my desk. It's pretty rare when I just kind of hold on to a product like that. Usually I'm always getting something new in. I'm always, looking for something better, looking for something that sounds better. Something just doesn't sound right to me about a lot of products. But this is one of those products that I'm just like, this thing just sounds really good. If you told me this thing was $200, I wouldn't be surprised. Even maybe $300, it just sounds that good. And there's really nothing I can really, pick at this amplifier with. It doesn't really do anything wrong. It's just so simple for what it does. It's got just a basic, simple line in, you got a speaker output, and you got your DC input power. That's it. You've got a pre-out that's not really for subwoofer use. It's kind of just a silly little pre-out there. I wish they had a sub-out that would really make this thing, just a 10 out of 10, but I'd easily give the V3 a 9 out of 10. And it's one of the amplifiers where if you're looking for a desk amplifier, this is the one to pick up. You're not going to find a better deal or anything that sounds better than this for, I would say, under $300 or $400. It's just a phenomenal sounding amplifier, and it just does everything right. Plenty of power, plenty of great sound there, and it's rock solid. There's no cooling fans in it. It's got a really nice active cooling system. It's overall just a fantastic choice. All right, my second pick of the year is going to be the SMSL DO300. This is one of their new high-end DACs, not their flagship DAC. They actually make an even higher-end DAC than this. And this is one of those DACs that, if you're kind of looking for a DAC and you're not really sure what you're looking for, and you've kind of heard a lot of their DACs before, this has been the most, transparent sounding DAC that I have heard to date. It's just got a nice amount of adjustments in there. There's so many different options to choose from. I like how you can pretty much make it sound just almost purely transparent. Really have it not really, make the sound, any crazy, stuff it's got. It's basically just got a very clean sounding DAC. Nothing really to it. It doesn't run too hot or anything. It's just overall a fantastically designed unit. I really like just how well it sounds. Very simple, very basic unit here. But of course, it's got, balanced inputs. It's got a lot of stuff to it where if you want to use it with, say, HDMI or coax, it's of course got USB inputs and optical. It's very versatile in what it has for features and capabilities there, but it's still just very simple to use. It's got a very simple on-off, and you're pretty much good to go. It doesn't have anything that's too crazy with it. $500 is a little pricey for a DAC. That's what I would admit for that, but you're getting a lot for the money there with what it can do. Of course, you got MQA on there, you got XMOS. There's a lot of stuff on there. 32-bit, it's got a lot of features packed into it for the price. It's one of those DACs you can buy and probably be good for the next 6 to 10 years with this DAC and be totally happy with it. And I've been very happy with this DAC so far. It's basically my just kind of standard reference DAC that I'm using for nearly every one of my reviews now, because it really just, can show anything, any weaknesses and anything else behind it very, very easily there. So my third choice for products of the year. This is actually one I just finished a review on, and I've been kind of hunting for some type of near-field monitor, some type of, desktop speakers that sound really, really good. I've not been able to find anything that I've been, just super happy with in that $100 price point, and Edifier said, hey, check out these. They're right around $200. You might like these a lot better than anything you've heard before, because I've tried out the MR4s, and I thought they were pretty good, but they weren't the best selling thing I've heard from them so far. But the R1700 BTs, which is the Bluetooth version of these, now these sound really, really good as near field monitors. They've got a nice little, you can see in the picture here where they kind of have that, standing up a little bit here, so the tweeters do hit your ears a little bit better, and they're not super big speakers here. I got a review coming up on these here shortly. I'm going to do a full video review on this shortly. But these have been the best speakers I have tested out for desktop audio all year. And of course, they're right around 200 bucks, not a bad price for what they are. And I like how they have the controls kind of on that side there, which is really cool. Very easy to use controls. They do include a remote, and of course, they have a front port on those speakers as well. Overall, I do like the finish on these. They look really, really nice. They're actually on my desktop right now, and I absolutely just love how they sound. Excellent bass on them, surprisingly for how small they are, just little 4-inch bass drivers. But they do have an EQ setting right on the side there. You got treble and bass. I've been very impressed with how they sound. Very balanced, yet they do sound like near field monitors. So you just turn up a little bit higher than you would expect, and it really just fills in that soundstage really, really nicely. Been very happy with these so far, and honestly, these are a fantastic speaker I can easily recommend. If you're looking to spend right around $200, you don't want to do separates, you just want a simple plug-and-play system, they are fantastic. Only downside with these is they do have a proprietary cable that goes to your left speaker, and it looks kind of like an S-video cable, honestly, and it's not super long. It's designed for desktop use, of course, but I'd rather just see like a regular speaker cable there, because if you damage this thing, you lose the cable. It's not a thin cable by any means, too. It's definitely really thick. It's just not my preference with having a proprietary cable used for one of the speakers there, because you need replacement. They might not make it anymore, unfortunately. If you need it 5 years, 10 years down the line, you're kind of just, what are you going to do, unfortunately? And my final choice, guys, for some of the best products that I've reviewed this year is going to be the Shit Magni Heretic. This is one of those, headphone amplifiers that I have tried out that for the price point, I mean, what is it right now? 80 bucks. It just sounds super transparent. I was really, really impressed with this headphone amplifier. I think it sounds absolutely amazing for the price. You'll also find on Amazon, you're going to get a little bit of that hissing noise in there at certain volume levels, and never been really too impressed with what I've heard on Amazon so far. But the Magni Heretic absolutely sounds incredible for what it is. It's really hard to find a better headphone amplifier than this that just sounds so clear for well under a couple $100. And for under $100, the Magni Heretic is absolutely phenomenal. I love that kind of black and red accents on there. It's a really cool looking headphone amplifier. It does run a tad hot, I will say, unfortunately, but it's such a nice unit. It feels really well built. Headphone jack is phenomenal on there, and it's just one of those amplifiers that is a really nice high quality piece that looks like it's worth $200-300, but it's really only 80 bucks. So that is a fantastic unit there. So guys, that is my 4 top picks of this year. I'll put links in the description below if you want to check any of these out. They're not affiliate links. They're just regular links to the website if you want to check out these 4 units. But that's kind of my top picks for the year and what I would say is the best stuff that I have tested this year. I will say tested because, of course, I can't test everything. This is just what I have found to be some of the best stuff that I have seen this year. Of course, you can't test everything, but from what I have tested out this year, I think that is phenomenal choices there, guys. But if you got anything else you guys think is just an amazing unit that came out this year or that you've seen this year, let me know in the comments below. Love to check it out myself as well. Always looking for the latest and the greatest when it comes to audio gear. So guys, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great evening.